I just had a shower thought of doom. Exactly as the title says, does one of Japan's biggest singer, Ado, know about 9/11? You naturally think, yes, right? It's one of the biggest tragedy in modern times. However, it might not be as simple. There are many reasons I like to believe that she's not too familiar with this. I would like to use myself as an example. I don't know if you could tell, but I am an Asian, pure chopstick user. Even though I went to an international school with many foreign teachers, as I grew up, I never found out about the tragedy until I was around 14 years old. And it wasn't something that was taught to me by a teacher or a documentary. My first introduction to 9/11 was through memes. And this is because I had unrestricted access to the internet as a child. One of your questions might be, why didn't the grown-up teach you about this? I don't know about you, but I live with many people who does not speak English, and they themselves might have seen it, but they don't really know exactly what was going on. I know a lot of people who saw this and still think it was an accident, and a majority of people have never even seen it before. How does this relate to Ado? I doubt Ado was there when this happened because she would have been exactly -1 years old by the time this has happened. And growing up in Japan, I highly doubt that there are many people who would talk about it. And even though if they did talk to Ado about 9/11, what the fuck would you be doing there? You would be talking to a 7-year-old about it. What the fuck? Why would you do that? A lot of people in the US have relatives who were there at the scene or people who saw it live on television. Not a lot of people in Asia actually witnessed it when it actually happened. A lot of people like me found it through the internet. So there wasn't too many people there to educate us about it. So I highly doubt she knew about it when she was younger. So if there was no adult to tell her about the attack, that only leaves the internet. And I highly doubt that she found a meme or a video about 9/11 on her Nintendo. The first reason is because I don't know how popular 9/11 memes are on the Japanese side of the internet. I don't know how many people in Japan are actually using this picture, with how many skits, jokes, memes and people are making on the English side of the internet. It's only a matter of time somebody figures it out. And Ado does not speak fluent English, so she will never see this side of the internet unless the Japan side of the internet is actually making the same amount of memes as the English side. It's unlikely for her to find it on the internet. This also relates to another reason why I think it's unlikely for her to find memes on 9/11 is because of her For You page itself doesn't look like mine. We know that she likes to listen to K-pop Vocaloids and consume many other medias like anime. I like to assume she likes to watch Japanese dramas and stuff, and that would mostly be what is on her For You. Unlike someone like me who likes to watch people like Keel and Peele, L Jokes, and sometimes even doom scroll Instagram, unless somebody have the same For You page as I do, or like a lot of people like share posts and just really like dark memes, unless she has that on her For You page, it's very unlikely that she comes across a 9/11 meme. Unless for some reason YouTube actually recommends her a 9/11 documentary in Japanese, by the way, and she decided to spend 20 minutes watching it, I'm not too sure if she actually knows about 9/11. I mean, if she did somehow come across a documentary and if it actually was in Japanese, I'm not sure she would actually willingly watch it either. Why do I say that? Well...
セロリ食べたら英語上手くなるよ。ほんと、オーストラリアの玉ねぎは空を飛ぶんだよ。何言ってんの？
Yeah, my goat is not. I don't even know how to defend my goat. There is a small chance that she might have actually found out about 9/11 because she was living in America for a really long time. But who goes up to a random Japanese person and be like, yo, ever heard of 9/11? No, nobody does that. Very convinced that Ado might not know about 9/11. And that is my shower thought of doom. Thank you for listening. So this leads me to my main question. Does she know?